Hi, this is Candice Betty, lead chemist at Organic Radiant Skincare. This is video 2 of my video series on the best natural, organic, and non-toxic makeup products. So if you haven't watched video 1, I would suggest going back, watching that video. It kind of lays the groundwork for what I'm looking for and how I prep my skin before I put on makeup. So this video is all about foundation. And I look for liquid foundation, and I'm looking for a matte finish. So I've tried a bunch of different ones, and I've gotten some samples of some newer ones, and I'm excited to share them with you today. First off, I'll cover probably the most organic and natural one on the spectrum from organic through natural and then just non-toxic. So it kind of ranges. The organic ones are a bit more pricey, whereas when you get towards the other end of the spectrum, towards non-toxic, they are less expensive. So what I'm looking to avoid here is chemicals like talc. You may or may not want to avoid dimethicone, also parabens, sulfates, and polypropylene glycol. So the first foundation that I really like, that I tried recently, is the New Evolution Complete Coverage Foundation. I wore this all day, and I even went and did a little sweating in the evening. I'm learning West Coast swing, learning to dance, so I wore it dancing, and I did sweat, and I did not apply powder at all during the day or in the evening. And I was really impressed because I tend to get shiny in my T-zone. When I got home, I was not shiny, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. So it's really hard to find a liquid foundation without a silicone-based ingredient to make it go on really smoothly. I felt that the coverage was buildable. It did go on smooth, even though it didn't have the silicone chemicals in it, and I really enjoyed it. It is a little bit more pricey than the other ones that I'll discuss, but I think it's well worth it, and especially if you like doing photography or you're doing videos, or if you just tend to get shiny, this is a really good choice. The second foundation that I have used that I really like is the Mineral Fusion Liquid Foundation, and I am currently using this one in the full size. I did go out and buy it, and none of these companies have sent me full-size products for free or anything like that. I did go to some websites or department stores, and I did get some free samples just to try and color match and see how I liked, but none of these companies is sponsoring this video. These are just products that I like. I am not an expert on makeup. I'm more of a chemist and a girl who uses makeup. So that's where I'm coming from here. But the Mineral Fusion, and I'm using this in neutral too, is really nice because it also does not have any silicone-based smoothing chemicals. It does have, let's see, titanium dioxide. It says it may contain titanium dioxide. The way that titanium dioxide can become a risk is in the manufacturing process or in products that can be aerosolized. So like something that you're spraying, like a sunscreen, or something in the hair. So something that is getting sprayed into the air that you can inhale. This makes titanium dioxide a number 3 on the EWG's hazard list, but it's only when used in certain ways. So being used in a liquid foundation, that's not going to have a chance unless you're spraying it on with an airbrush, like a professional makeup artist might. You're really not going to get the hazard that we're talking about. So I feel that it's completely safe to use and not absorb, not going to cause any allergies or toxicities, anything like that. So I really like that one. I have to put on a little bit of powder during the day when I use the Mineral Fusion. and that is completely normal for me. I do use that one on a daily basis, and I use the New Evolution now on special occasions because it's a little more expensive. Now, the rest of the three that I'm going to talk about, these foundations do have dimethicone in them. And I'm going to leave it up to you whether you have sensitive skin or sensitive eyes. What dimethicone is, it's a silicone-based ingredient that helps smooth the skin, kind of like a primer would, and it's used in a lot of primers and a lot of makeups. So it's actually coating the skin, and over time with repeated usage, it's actually drying the skin out, and it can cause sensitivities and irritation and lead to increased acne. We're interrupting the skin's natural process of exfoliation and breathing and cleaning out of the pores with something that is coating the skin, and this is going to naturally lead to a dependency or a dryness that's going to accentuate fine lines and wrinkles. So I have sensitive skin and sensitive eyes. My eyes get red when it comes to when I use ingredients like sunscreen and dimethicone. So I look to avoid any products like that. But if I am in a pinch and I'm looking for something that is a little less expensive, I will sometimes use the following three products that are still good products and on the non-toxic range. So that being said, I would like to discuss Tarte Amazonian Clay, and they received a number 3 on the reactivity list. And I think that the Amazonian Clay is one of the more matte foundations that I have tried, and I did feel that it was a bit drying. I felt like when I put it on, I did exfoliate, and I put it on, I have a little bit of dryness here. I felt like it kind of accentuated the flakiness and dryness, and if I had any little leftover breakouts, it kind of gets in there and kind of cakes. And I did have comes with a disclaimer. The makeup artist that gave me the sample for that one said she felt like it was for teenage skin. And I was like, oh, come on, I don't even know what teenagers wear makeup or would need to wear makeup. So I went ahead and tried it, and I did like it. It stayed matte. I would not use it if I'm feeling really dry in the winter, or I would use my night cream, Herbisol Calming Moisturizer, to make sure I was totally primed and I did not have any dry skin. And my moisturizer was really saturated into my skin for at least 5 minutes before I even thought about putting any primer or foundation on. The Stay Tuned from Origins went on really nice. You could tell it has that kind of silicone look to it, and things with dimethicone in them have a really nice spreadable feel. Now, we're probably all used to that real nice spreadable feel, but this video is about switching from that, okay, this looks really nice, to, okay, this is really good for me and looks really nice. So these are kind of, if you're looking to make the shift over, they are more non-toxic. But if you do have sensitive skin, I would suggest just using them occasionally, because as you use sensitizing products or products with sensitizing ingredients, then you will develop more sensitive skin over time. So use these only on special occasions or, on a limited basis. So the Stay Tuned from Origins went on a little bit dewy, and that's really nice for a natural look. It didn't even look like I had makeup on at all. I put a little bit of powder right in my T-zone and under the eyes so that it wouldn't crease, and it stayed looking really nice all day. I did have to reapply powder, and that's totally fine, especially for a more dewy foundation, and when I'm not doing any videos or taking any photos. Now, the last foundation, Clinique Beyond Perfecting, went on really, really nice. I really loved how it wore. It was long wearing. I wore it all day. I did reapply once, just a quick coat of powder, and it did stay more matte than the Origins. And the ingredients in the Clinique are also very, very mild. They're mostly non-toxic, and it received a number 3 due to the dimethicone in the formula. So those are 5 liquid foundations that are either on the more satin to matte finish that I like to look for. I'd love to hear which foundations you have tried that are matte or satin finish. Ones that I have heard about that I would really, really love to order over time are ones like Gressa. This is a really expensive one that I hear goes on really well and is for special occasions. This one is available only online, as well as other ones like 100% Pure, Vapor, Crunchy, Honest Beauty. So I'd really appreciate it if you have tried these, if you'd leave a comment and tell us about what your experiences with them have been. Do they wear a long time? Do they accentuate dryness? Anything like that would be super helpful for all my viewers. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would love it if you would. I'd love to see you in the next video. This is a series, and we're going to be going through eye makeup, lip, and maybe cheeks if we have time. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.